Welcome to Behind the Scenes. I'm the plague bearer of Nurgle.
Because you're sick.
I've been sick for 3 weeks.
She has been sick for 3 weeks.
And it's getting ridiculous. And at this point, I think Bear's poisoning me. So I clearly, if I'm in danger, I need Joel to let me know.
Well, blink twice if you're in danger.
No,
That's just how she normally blinks.
I've had pneumonia for weeks. I am exhausted. I took a bunch of B12 and vitamins and everything else to get better, and I am not getting better. It is ridiculous.
Not
so
good.
I advise y'all, don't get bronchitis, don't get the flu, don't get sick. It is just that time of year, which is, you'd think winter would be
allergies more than anything else.
Well, it's on top of it. So it's my lupus is my flu is flaring up my lupus. My lupus attacks the cancer. So it's kind of a fun cacophony of misery.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. Our sound engineer just chimed in saying she's not blinking. It's a tick.
Yeah, it's a tick.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I'm not blinking. It's a tick.
Got it.
So yeah, it's just a cacophony of stupid. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Have you guys ever felt like that? Where you've just been sick for so long. So I'm saying this is a third week. I actually only started to get sick about 3 weeks ago. I was solid sick for last week, and this week I'm just dragging. So
at least you're getting better.
I am. I'm getting a lot better. We've got that going on. People getting better does not seem to be on the agenda for China, though. They've got a fun thing where they take prisoners and people that believe in religion, any kind, doesn't matter which religion, and they take out your organs and sell your organs. So China is now leading the donated organ market. Yeah.
So it's specifically people who have a religion, though?
They arrest you for that.
For having any religion.
Any communist country. So the way religion got big in America, here's a short history and politics for everyone. The way religion got big in America, you guys never had the words in God, under God in your constitution.
Yeah,
that was added in during
Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance. Yes. No, your constitution is specifically anti-God, and not because America's anti-religion, but because the whole premise was religious freedom.
Yes.
So
it should not exist
in Australia, we don't tie. That's it. We don't tie religion into our government. You guys, to be anti-communism, tied religion in, because communism cannot work when religion's involved. So what you've been, yes. So you guys are becoming a theocracy. You're tying religion into your politics.
Hold on, I need to ask
communism
you
and religion are diametrically opposed. So during the communist changes in China and in Russia, they pushed against religion. America started including religion to show that you weren't the godless communists.
Yes.
So that's how you guys got religion tied into your politics. Well, if you believe in a religion, it means you put something above the state. And in communism, you're not allowed to do that. So you are jailed. So look up what's going on in China, and you will see that they're actually jailing anyone of religious affiliation. And what they've started doing is they've made a very lucrative business of harvesting the organs of prisoners if you're there for religious or political persecution. Or they're not calling it persecution. They're saying if you're against the state. But essentially, China has opened a brand new market where they take their convicted criminals, cut out the organs, and sell them all around the world. So your new heart could have been somebody who just believed something you didn't. Or you may, but they didn't. Oh, and apparently they're not using anesthetic. That's a whole thing as well, because they don't want to taint anything. And I think it saves them money. You can Google all this.
How much?
How much what? Can you Google it?
No, just how much for an organ?
About $20,000. But China is charging about $7,000. So, for example, if you would like a kidney,
tell people they're charging absorbent amounts of money.
No, it's the reality, and I encourage people to look into this.
Oh my God. No,
now, something I wish Americans would do: pick up a textbook from textbook from 1937, a fifth grade textbook from 1937, and see if you can understand things.
This sounds like a trick, but okay, why?
Because they have more education than your high school graduates now.
Fifth grade, 1937.
Your education system has been dumbed down to the point that you wouldn't understand. You know that, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader in 1937?
Well, hold on. I say the only problem I have with that show is that you're not bringing on, let me finish. You're not bringing on high schoolers. You're not bringing on college students. You're bringing on people in like their mid 40s and 50s who haven't been in school in decades.
I use algebra in my day-to-day life consistently.
I understand, but the premise is to bring on people who probably haven't been in any kind of schooling for so long.
But you're bringing on people who already had a bad education. So
Yeah.
the reality is,
Yeah.
go pick up a textbook from 1937, see if you understand it. And if you don't, start studying it. And your life will get better.
Our sound engineer asked if the organs are available for drop shipping.
Yes,
No.
seriously.
Stop making it easier live, for God's sake.
You can also buy human meat from the same place. I'm not joking.
So I can understand the organs, but I can't imagine that China's having an easy time selling human meat.
No, it's on the black market. The hope is that it's not real, but you can also buy it there, and it says it comes from China.
Well, even if it's, I think there's a little bit of truth to everything that we hear circulating around out
Well,
there.
China has been open about, we take our convicted criminals, our
Mhm.
murderers, and we, when they're put to death, we give their body back to the people. So they
Except
can
we
still serve the
determine what
people.
crime they go to jail for. We determine how
Yeah,
when they
see?
get put to death.
Now you're getting it. And if there is an influx of kidneys needed, that's what happens. So that kidney that you're getting here in the United States in the free market probably comes from China.
I don't know how to feel about that because it's saving people's lives, but also detrimental.
It reminds me of what they did during the Holocaust, when you had Mengele holding people down and removing organs to see if they could survive without them. There's no anesthetic. It's essentially torture.
The
and
Japanese
some
did
information,
a very similar thing too, actually.
Yes,
as well.
they did. And a lot of the medical information we have now on transplants came from what the Japanese did.
Right.
But it's no different than we took a bunch of people from, Germany and put them on the nuclear program. So the reality is, unfortunately, we gained a lot of knowledge from torture, and we still are.
Wait, nuclear program? What do you mean? Do we put them to work on it, or as like?
Yes.
Well, set them in a building out in the middle of nowhere.
No.
Like, hey, just sit there.
I know
We wanna see what this bomb
I
does.
know you believe in Adolf Humperdinck and everything he believes, but we will give you clemency and hire you and pay you and bring you to America if you can help us blow up the Japanese.
Got it. You're talking as if the Americans are speaking to the Nazis. I thought at first you were telling me.
You are not smart enough to run the nuclear program. And but now that said,
Yeah, I'm
by
fine with
German
that. It's
standards,
true.
by German standards,
Yeah.
you're light-eyed, you have light green eyes, you have white skin, you're tall, you're muscular. You would have made an amazing Nazi. Except for the whole not being a Nazi thing. I mean, you'd probably have been murdered.
I really appreciate
I'm just saying,
that.
actually,
that means a lot to me.
My favorite thing is, by Nazi standards, I know a lot of people that would have hit that. Look, you are an Aryan god moment. I'm like, oh yeah, she's Jewish.
Yeah, I love that you are very Jewish as well.
Oh my mom's Jewish, but I hit the Aryan perfectly.
You make me eat gefilte fish. Is
Yes.
how Jewish you are. And I do not appreciate it.
You will appreciate it and you will like it. To not like it makes you, what is it, a fan of Adolf Humperdinck? I don't eat gefilte
We
fish.
have another wonderful message from our beautiful sound engineer saying most scientists from the Manhattan Project and the NASA moon landing were acquired assets.
He's correct. He's dead set right.
I also love that term, by the
I
way.
wish he'd come on more
acquired.
often.
They use it in business. They use it. It just means someone took your shit. That's what acquired means in a professional sense.
Oh, yeah. And actually, if Adolf Humperdinck wasn't super into meth and conspiracy theories and the occult, he probably would have won.
No, thank God he was into all that. It hindered him. That's what we needed.
Speaking of weird Nazis,
How do you go from organ transplant?
Blake Lively.
She's not a Nazi.
No, but she's kind of a bitch. Yeah.
I guess Adolf was kind of a bitch, but
yeah, no, she's kind of a bitch. She's definitely not in the same category. She apparently didn't go to Taylor Swift's wedding, which is currently happening in New York today.
Oh, it's happening today.
And if you are seeing
July
this
3rd.
show next week, because we'll be heading out to Vegas for the MMA Awards with our guest Sam Alvey, you will. They got married last week. What'd you think of the dress?
They got married last week. What do you think of it a week in advance? Yeah, we appreciate that. What is she wearing anyways?
Okay, so
Or has it not been unveiled yet?
if we knew and it had been circulating around Hollywood, we would not be allowed to tell.
Okay.
But it's the most Taylor Swift dress you've ever seen. You'll see.
Well, I'm sure if the wedding,
The reception dress is incredible.
Yeah, we'll see about it in a couple of days.
Yeah, I believe the release has been signed with People magazine.
Okay. Of course it has, because she's incredibly business oriented.
Oh, she's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now she loves the attention, but she does it in the right way, unlike Dakota Fanning.
Dakota Fanning. Oh, I recently learned about this human, and not in the best way possible. So do you want to tell us a little bit
she's
about
a chick from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
And so she's doing this press tour with John Hamm and this young woman whose name I don't remember. And apparently Dakota Fanning can not stand the attention not being on her. Now, as somebody who is involved with someone who spends a lot of time being interviewed.
50 Shades of Grey. She was the
lead
brunette,
woman? Yeah.
Okay.
So I can tell you, if Bear's being interviewed, I'm not going to sit there playing with his ear or distracting him.
Yeah,
now, I will do this when he's trying to work.
That.
I do this when he's trying to work because it's funny and I like messing with him. Now, John Hamm, bless him, turned around to Dakota and was like, hey, knock it off.
Do you remember what the movie or what the interview was for?
I don't. So if y'all can tell me, I would appreciate this. Yeah, so they're doing this press. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give you a free ride at Off-Road Rentals in Palm Springs, California. If you can tell me what the junket was for the movie. So it's John Hamm, Dakota Fanning. They're sitting with this young girl, and Dakota Fanning could not stand the attention being off her to the point that she messed with this girl all the way through the interview. John Hamm intervened, and the girl, bless her, the girl had turned around and said, hey, I'm uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And so I liked that. That is some good boundaries. And I like to see that. But had John Hamm not intervened, I don't know if the girl would have done that. Because sometimes it's hard to stand up for yourself when you don't know if you have.
I think there's a reason why we're not really seeing Dakota Fanning doing many other things right now. And that's probably because of it. I'm sure that behavior doesn't just stop at the interview. It translates into being on set, being in her trailer, being wherever. She seems to have if it's not all about me, I'm going to take it away from everyone else kind of mentality.
Well, there are a lot of people like that. Look at Jada Pinkett Smith. She literally taught her children to say to their father that Tupac, she wishes Tupac was her father because her sense of power is controlling Will Smith. And the reality is, if she can make the biggest movie star in the world feel small and she triangulates her children to do it.
Has he left her yet? I feel like they've already discussed separating permanently.
No, I think she is beat down. Like, shout out the wizard. Liz took off from her shit partner, but Will Smith has not done that yet. I'd like to remind everyone, every time we use bad language, we give money to the Boys and Girls Club of America, the Humane Society of America, and Free MMA. We swear because we care.
I love you. I heard Bulls and Girls Club of America.
Doing super well.
I love Bulls.
Our focus was supposed to be on Wimbledon. Instead, we talked about
Chinese organ harvesting. We've talked about
Jada Pinkett
Smith, Dakota Fanning.
Well, how about we talk about a celebrity we do like?
Well, I like to point out that one of those things doesn't belong there out of the three topics we talked
about.
How
so? Which one?
I'm sorry. Chinese organ harvesting, Dakota Fanning, Jada Pinkett Smith. Two actors, two actresses.
Hear me out. You guys cannot tell me that Jada Pinkett Smith is not draining the lifeblood out of Will Smith.
two actresses, one human rights violation.
We can talk about Conor McGregor, having to pay a settlement for sexually assaulting someone, then going on Jimmy Fallon,
then losing the countersuit. Yes,
and then
different judges. High Court of Ireland. Yep. And people have just forgotten about it entirely.
But they're pushing him for his next fight.
Well, they have to.
Well, can we talk about somebody who doesn't harvest organs or rape people? We have nice people.
The bar should be much higher than that. But welcome to the show.
A celebrity we actually like.
Smiling Sam Alvey.
Well, hello there, guys. How are you?
Good. You're
fabulous.
I love the angle you took on this time in the car. We can see a lot more of you now in your guns, sir.
Yeah, you look big.
I'm just wasting away. I'm not stronger than ever. I'm thinner than ever.
You look strong though. You look strong.
I'm freaking 230. I'm feeling great.
You look amazing.
230 pounds. What were you? If no one's been listening, you're in the middle of camp right now for an upcoming fight towards the end of July, I believe. Is that it?
Yeah, July 24th. I'm fighting Uriah Hall in Miami, Florida, against in Karate Combat, defending my belt.
Exactly. And how much, if you don't mind me asking, what weight did you start with?
I got up to about 260. And I'm down about, like I said, I woke up this morning at about 227.
That's incredible.
Actually, that's a good number, 260. Bradley Martin, of all people, is 260 pounds, thinking he can beat up any fighter out there. How did you feel at 260 compared to now?
I felt good. I felt strong. I've never been a fast fighter, so I didn't feel any faster or slower at 260, but I felt strong. Right now, I'm not really lifting, so I have no idea how strong I am. I'll assume super strong, though.
Yeah, I would assume that fair. Too. You're literally probably the strongest human I know.
we got to introduce you to more humans.
I work in the film industry. Like the people I work with are not known for their strength. Okay, maybe I take that back. Maybe The Rock. So maybe you're the second strongest person.
I could take him.
I'm very positive you could take
No
the
doubt.
rocks.
No doubt. He has not boxed in. Well, I think he did box for a minute and hasn't boxed in years.
It must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, he boxed in college before he got into the WWE.
That makes sense.
Now, I'm going to ask you, you've got your fight coming up. You've got the MMA awards next week. You're all over social media. You have one of the cooler trends going on right now where you're fighting anyone that wants to fight you. And you're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and growing. And you are really kind of changing the sport, especially online. You're drawing a lot of attention and a lot of eyeballs towards you in a way we haven't seen in a very, very long time. The first person to draw eyeballs was Conor McGregor, and he did it through traditional media. And you are now doing it through social media in a very unique way. And you're giving people a way into MMA that didn't exist before and a way to experience it and interact with it. And you're reaching out to a lot of individual people. And some of them are stupid enough to come play with you.
Yeah, I've been so lucky that I found 3 guys. 4 guys, actually. One was a couple years ago, but he was more just fun. 3 guys willing to try and beat me up that just have no idea. It's so much fun. It is a blast.
So what do you think of these guys? I mean, clearly when they're coming into this, they're not thinking, people don't always realize the physical toll MMA takes on your body. The time having to go round after round. I mean, you know, I've watched these guys, they burn out very, very quickly. Obviously, they're not athletes and you're a professional athlete. What is it like for them afterwards when you talk to them and you can see they've kind of understood how far they are from where that mark is?
Yeah, so the 3 guys I've done it against, there's John, there's the Freak, and then there was Family Table Talks. Family Table Talks, good dude. Like deep down, I like him. He and we're gonna be friends afterwards. The Freak, I like him too. He and we've been chatting after the fight. He's trying to take out a different persona. He is strong. And then there's John. John, who started it all. John is dumb as a brick.
Yeah.
Like he is. Oh, that man. It is working though. The more stupid videos his videos are like 4 minutes long, and he talks like he's got a brick in his mouth. Whatever he says takes. But I was like, God, I'd just fight him again to shut him up. But no, I'm trying not to. We'll see if he says the right thing though.
I think it's funny. You told him how to actually turn this into a career afterwards.
Oh,
and he didn't listen. Oh, I think we froze.
I think we froze.
We froze. But yeah,
we'll get him back.
Yeah, you guys, I know Sam did. I know you did. You guys told him how to turn this into a career and he didn't listen to you guys.
Yeah, we told him while he laid on the bathroom floor.
Yep.
So we definitely tried.
And he didn't listen to you. And what he's done is he's taken this one extreme thing, but he's doing it on repeat. And no evolution means eventually you're going to burn out. He's either going to have to get more extreme or he's just going to get forgotten. If he'd have listened to Sam, because Sam told him, just own it, it's fine.
Yeah.
He didn't listen.
What I feel worse about with the John situation that Sam looked like he was trying to tell us about is that I would assume that his wife who came with him would have been kind of the voice of reason. Like, okay, I'm joining you on this. This is dumb. You got hurt. Maybe now you'll either move on to something or you'll take this fighting a little more seriously. But no, she fully backs him. And after he got floored in the second round of Sam not trying whatsoever. And
yeah, that was cute. Sam was being super sweet.
She basically wrote me a message saying, hey, we basically think the whole thing was rigged and John didn't get enough time to prepare for the match and wasn't really in a good headspace, but we know he definitely could have won if they let it keep going, which there was no more keep going. He was knocked unconscious on the canvas.
Well, he was gassed in 5 minutes.
Hold on. We got him back.
Go.
Yeah, sorry. This Las Vegas heat, my phone overheated.
Oh, shoot. Do you have another phone?
No, I just I've got my AC blowing and I'm just holding
the phone on the AC.
I get it. That's a good plan.
Yeah. It's 100 something here in Vegas, and it gets all of this blasting on my phone.
God.
That sucks. But we were talking about how you were offering advice to John before he went off and did none of it.
Shoot. He was sitting there crying, puking in the toilet after our fight, and you and I both talked to him. And at the time, we thought he was going to be respectful and be nice and take your lumps. You lost to a professional. There's no shame in that. And he said, "Yeah, let's do it. It'll be great." And then just turned into a jerk the next day.
Yeah, I wish I was just saying that I thought his wife would be the voice of reason, noticing that he lost and got himself hurt, that he would either move on or take it more seriously. But instead, she was messaging me afterwards saying that they thought it was rigged, that it was stopped too early, that John didn't have enough time to prepare. Like all this stuff. Like she's right there alongside
He's
him.
not going to get 20 years. And if he doesn't have 20 years, he's not going to catch up to Sam. I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, he and I had the same amount of time to prepare. And stopped too early. He flopped. He laid on the ground and cried.
It was bad.
Yeah, I think definitely just he couldn't handle it. He couldn't take it.
That's why this is such a specific job, because there are a lot of people. There was a female fighter some years back who couldn't handle losing, so she switched to the WWE.
That was Rousey.
That was Ronda Rousey. And that was, some people cannot handle losing. And if you cannot lose, this is probably not the sport for you.
No, everyone's going to lose eventually. There's always a bigger fish.
Now, we mentioned it briefly as well a moment ago that you're going to be at the MMA Awards this coming Wednesday evening. Sam, have you ever been to the MMA Awards before?
I think I have. I think it was years ago. So I've sparred with Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Mm-hmm. And I sparred with him. Well, I didn't spar with Jake. I was supposed to, but he wouldn't do it. I sparred with Logan.
That's because you beat Logan like a drum.
Because I beat Logan up. And I didn't beat him. But I believe it was the MMA Awards. I was standing in line to get in, and a boxing coach turned around and started talking to me. And it was Logan's boxing coach. So,
excellent.
He said, hey, would you come in and spar with my guys? I'd love to. So I came in, sparred with him, had a good time, and that was that.
Yeah, it's a great way to make connections. And wait, was that a paid gig, or did you go for the love of beating the shit out of Logan Paul?
I just went for fun. I'm willing to spar anyone. I had no idea who Logan Paul was or Jake Paul. I pulled up at their house. They still lived in California. They lived in a castle, like literally.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the bro house where they did all the pranks and stuff.
Oh dear God, it was just magnificent. They had an Olympic-sized boxing ring in their living room. It was incredible. That was the first. I was like, wow, these guys are something.
Well, that was the birth of, I think they and Mr. Beast were kind of the birth of the social media star.
Yeah, I remember, like, looking back, once I met Logan, I think I've seen a video. He would go place and just like do the splits. And that I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I guess it wasn't bothering anyone. He'd just stare at the camera and do the splits. And then I pieced together who he was, and I started seeing what they're doing. It's like, wow, these guys are making castle money. That's pretty cool.
When you were there and you were sparring, what did you think, or how did you think it was going basically as you were sparring with Logan?
It was good. I mean, he's a very athletic kid. And seeing him in the WWE, you could see how athletic he is. But he and his brother, both very, very athletic kids. He obviously hadn't fought before, so I was being a good sparring partner. I didn't know him. I didn't know whether I liked him or hated him or any of that. To this day, he's perfectly fine in my book. But it was good. Then one punch landed a little too hard, and he took it well. Like, he kind of fell back. I'm sure I dislocated his jaw, but he took a moment, and then we finished our rounds. It was great.
I like that.
That's pretty cool. Apart from all these extracurricular activities you do, like sparring the Paul brothers, what else does Smile and Sam Alvey like to do for fun?
Sparring is a very diplomatic.
Sparring is really my fun. I've got too many kids. I live on a ranch, and I've always got a fight going. So sparring is my fun. So I travel. We're talking about John and the Freak. That's about as much fun as I've ever had, is getting the opportunity to fight people like that.
Yeah, I got to concur with that. I really think that'd be a fantastic time, but I'm going to leave it to you instead of trying to get people out there to do it to me, because I think experience level wise, you have a chance. Like, you're more of a guarantee of this guy's definitely not going to win or hurt me. He's also got the
experience where he isn't going to hurt the other guy. Where if you got a more inexperienced fighter, and I hate to say that, Sam has the experience where he's like, I can smack him around without losing my temper or cool.
Yeah, part of it is I'm willing to get hit. I know how to get hit. I know no mere human is going to be able to hurt me. So I can let them swing, and I also know they're going to tire out. Nobody, unless you train, has 3 minutes of cardio, which is crazy to think, but it's completely true.
Yeah, no, that first 45, 30 seconds, that's pretty much all they've got in the gas tank.
It's interesting, given the fact that now humans were persistence predators when we first developed. We chased down mammoths. So long-term cardio is something we're built for, but the only people that can do it anymore are you guys and runners and swimmers. I mean, you're athletes.
Yeah.
And with fighting is different than the running and swimming because it's you're getting hit and punching.
Oh yeah.
I've worked with a lot of runners and a couple swimmers, and they gas too because it's all about the breathing. You got to learn how to breathe.
Getting hit and getting grappled or outmatched, whatever it is a lot more taxing than if you're just doing your normal exercise. Hell,
Oh yeah.
you hitting someone is a lot less taxing than them hitting you just cardio.
Why? I'm very curious. Why is getting hit? Because it sounds passive.
You forget to breathe. And you naturally forget to breathe. Everything about fighting is unnatural to humans. We are terrible at it. We aren't designed for it. We're designed to use our intelligence and a pack kind of mentality. We don't have any of the natural gifts of anything else in nature. And when you get hit, you forget to breathe. If you forget to breathe, you run out of air pretty quick.
I just love that when you get hit,
sense.
you forget to breathe. I use that in the video now and quote Sam Alvey for it.
It's completely true.
I like that. Now, in your case, when are you going to write a book? You've been doing this for a hot minute. You have one of the most interesting lives in MMA. When's your book coming out?
I tell you what, I've got 3 books in mind I want to write. I just got to find the time to do it. One would be the easy one, just, how I started, where I am, where I'm going, that kind of thing. One would be much more about how to be a fighter. That one, I've already got that one titled. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the titles yet, or once it comes out, I'll say the title. But that's a good one. And then one is definitely going to be about my wife. My wife is none of this would be possible without her. She deserves more than one book, but I'm a fighter. I don't know if I have more than one book in me.
Well, whenever you decide you want your ghostwriter, I'll hook you up with one.
Oh, you know what I mean? I have speak to text on a phone, and that is all I do. So if ever I text you guys and you have no idea what I'm saying, it's speak to text fault. I need to find the program where I can speak to text because I'm not going to type it, and my hands don't work. My hands don't work anymore to hold the pen. So.
That's why you go with ghostwriters. You jump on, you tell them everything, they record it, and then they write what you said.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be, yeah.
With the fighting, and you mentioned. Okay. You also mentioned you had to live on a ranch and you have a farm. More than that, you have a lot of different farm animals on the ranch. Why did you start with that? Why did you bring these animals onto your property?
Well, like I said, my wife is responsible for everything good in my life. And all of the farm animals, whether it's good or bad, is her fault. We wanted to live on property. We wanted our kids to have property. We got there and said, all right, now let's get everything. He said, but I don't know how to take care of everything. So we'll figure it out. And slowly but surely, we've been figuring it out.
That pretty much answers the next question, because I was going to ask if you had an experience working or being on a farm beforehand.
None. It is an uphill battle from day one.
So I love that and it's a certain mentality. Now, for those that don't know, Sam's wife is one of the hottest women in the world. She was on America's Next Top. Yeah, certified on America's Next Top Model. Won it. Is still one of the most talked about candidates. And I always tell everyone, Sam was on The Ultimate Fighting Champion. I still say he won. He didn't win his season, but he married the hottest woman in the world and went to the UFC.
It was a pretty good story. It was. That'll be my first book.
Now so you're one of the toughest guys in the world. She's one of the hottest women in the world. You're both, 6 foot tall, gorgeous, and you guys decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go have a farm.
And 13 children.
And 13 children.
All the kids. And that's what we want to do. We want, and that was something we both wanted from the beginning. We wanted a lot of kids. We're at 6 and we're not done yet. We just don't have another one coming yet.
That's amazing.
I love that. Just we're reloading right now.
Yeah, but it's incredible. So you have 6 kids, you have a farm, a fight career. What how do you balance that? Because that is a lot. And you are one of the top guys in MMA on social media. I think right now you are 3rd or 4th in the world on social media when we look at your stats.
Yeah, I have no idea how we balance it. We just make it work. I've all, as growing up, everyone's parents has that lesson they teach them that you just remember forever. My dad's is anytime we said the word can't, he said, well, what does that mean? And the answer is, it means I don't want to.
Yep.
There is nothing I can't do. There are plenty of things I don't want to do, but there's nothing I can't do. If I want it to get done, we will find a way to get it done.
I like his dad's way better. When I said I can't, my dad hit me. Yours was better. Like my dad just went with the smack. I like yours. It came with an explanation. He's right though.
Because Sam's
true.
father taught him why it meant you don't want to. Your father just made you scared to ask more questions about
No,
it.
you figured it out. You didn't say can't. And the same
I
as
agree.
the same as you don't say you're bored. My God. What do you do when your children say they're bored?
Get outside. We're done in here. Go. You can be bored outside. You can be bored away from me. I'm fine with that.
I like that. So I like that. My dad gave us chores again. So you're a great dad. You need to put together a parenting book, like you and your wife. That would do really, really well.
Yeah.
We got to see how my kids turn out first.
Well, what is the foundation for you guys of a strong marriage? I know that's very, very. I know we talk about your fighting, we talk about your social media, but really the cornerstone of your life is your family. And you got married very young. I mean, you got involved very, very young.
Even more than the family, it's God is first. God is the first thing. Everything else comes after God. God, family, country. Those three are my kids could repeat it to you. And they know good and well. If God asks them to do it and I tell them not to, you follow God. God is the cornerstone, and God has given me every opportunity I've had, every success, every challenge I face. He has been there to put me through it and in my corner every step of the way.
I like
That'll
that.
do it. And
So you have strong foundational faith, and that's what you raise your children on. That's what you base your relationship on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes. I can't means I don't want to. And if I want to, God will make sure I find a way to either fail gracefully or succeed.
Now, you have a strong marriage, you have 115 children, you have an amazing career. What do you want to do next? Because you've already done everything people kind of spend their whole lives looking to do. You've already hit all the milestones.
Yeah, well, the immediate thing is I'm going to beat Uriah Hall July 24th at Karate Combat down in
Hell
Miami,
yes.
which
Yes,
everyone can watch on
Don't
YouTube.
agree. If you say Sam's going to win, I will hit you.
Oh,
Sorry.
is he got the who's it, Blake? Is he got the Blake curse? Every
Worse.
time Blake
Very,
bets on someone,
very
He's
bad.
never been
Drake,
right
not
once.
Blake, Drake. That's
Yep.
the one.
Yeah, you don't want me to say you're gonna win.
I'm okay with that. So that's the immediate goal. I'm going to get into politics at some point. I love politics. I have so much fun listening and learning and studying. I've got a good grasp on the American history and what we were designed to do as a country. And so politics are the eventuality. I know I can't fight forever. I hope I can fight for a long time more. But when I'm done with this, I'm going into the political arena.
Well, I do have to say, I have a king, and I technically can't vote for you, but I would if I could, just because I think you're an amazing person.
You
Where
live
are
in
you
California. You can vote like 4 or 5 times. Nobody's going to complain.
Perfect. Why now? Where are you looking at starting in a mayoral race? Are you looking at gubernatorial? Where do you want to start?
No, I would like to go more the I don't want to say the Donald Trump route because it would have to be different. He's got billions of dollars and I do not. Uh, I would like to start in the federal government. I don't want to have all the baggage of people loving and hating me prior to that. I've got a good plan, and I understand why people start mayoral and start local. I would like to jump straight into House of Representatives. Sounds great. My wife and I are the busiest people in the world, and being able to run every 2 years would fit swimmingly into our life, where we're just constantly chatting with people and trying to get reelected. That would be a goal of mine.
Well, just take your wife. Everyone loves her. She's an easy sell. Just have her do it for you.
Right?
Be like-
I know, right?
You could do it the Schwarzenegger way. Go for the gubernatorial race. That said, you're not sleeping with the housekeeper, so you're good.
Yeah. But again, he's got billions or hundreds of millions. He can do what he could have run. I mean, if anyone could have run for president, he probably would have found a way. He had the money to do it.
Well, it's funny. He actually said, and this was in a conversation, he would not run because he truly believes in the American Constitution and he was not born in America. He was the first to say, I'm not applicable, and I respect that, because the moment we change it, we put ourselves at risk. And the point of not letting non-Americans run is important, because that will fundamentally change America.
He also said after a while, he said, screw your freedom. Screw your freedoms. That's a terrible accent. That's what he said when talking about COVID and all that. All right. You're off the bandwagon, buddy.
What changes would you like to see in how we run our country? I mean, you don't have to tell them all. I'm sure there's more than one. What's a major
I
one
suggest you
want to
come
see?
back to the Commonwealth and I have a king for you. I'm just
No.
saying that. You can put the tea back in the boat.
Hey, you USA 250, maybe you can't be trying to put it back on it. No, one of the big things I would like to do is I would like debates to be much more common than they are right now. There's
Agreed.
that debate bro culture where online there's people that debate all the time, but our politicians, the people that should, do not. They will debate while they're running, and then they will stay as far away from the public eye, at least controversial stuff, as possible.
Right.
You know,
I'm the guy. I will talk with Joe from down the street as well as AOC from across the country.
you know
And
what? You're dead right. And it's funny. I didn't again, different country, different world, but I agree with you, and I find it interesting that so many surrogates debate online and the politicians refuse. And if you go in, I mean, you're a fighter. If you go in making that your platform, I will debate anyone. I will do that. I can see everyone getting behind you because that is something missing, and it's something we used to have. Look back to the days of Nixon and JFK. Back in the day, we used to have people that debated while they were in office, and now they don't for risk of loss. I
yeah,
never thought of that, Sam. That's brilliant.
no, and that is I would want very much for my entire political career to be strongly in the public eye. There are a couple guys that do it now, but not many. Trump, love him or hate him, he does that better than any president in history, in maybe not history, but in my lifetime.
I think
He goes to the people.
he
He talks.
speaks better. He's a good orator in that he definitely, coming from Hollywood, the same as you're in entertainment, you guys know how to speak, but he doesn't debate. And I wish he would. So if you take that next step and take what he's doing with as an orator and moving to debate, Sam, you'd kick everyone's ass. And I've heard people argue with you. It never goes well.
Yeah, I would love to. And now saying that means I would have to understand every topic. I would have to understand not only my side, but what my opponent is thinking as well. Because if you're going to win a debate, you have to know what they're going to say before they say it, and that would take a level of study that I'm not yet doing, but when I'm ready to run, I will be.
If you take and apply to politics what you've put into your fighting, what you've put into your children, what you've put into your business, your social media, I have no doubt you will succeed. You throw yourself 100% into anything you do. I really respect that because you don't see a lot of people that have that level of commitment and drive.
Yeah, one of the nice things. So in my fighting career, I have a lot of fights. I'm over 80 fights. And I'm a very unassuming character. I'm not super shredded. I'm not mean and loud and all that. I don't scare anyone off. So my entire career, I say, hey, you want to fight that, chubby ginger kid? Everyone says yes. In the political world, I would have I would be me. I am not a super intimidating person. And I think I'd be able to get the other side to say, yeah, I'll debate that guy. I'll smash him. And then I'll surprise him every time.
That's a very good strategy to go with.
I think so. And I think you're also a very, very logical person. So I think that makes a big difference. And you're very much a humanitarian. So I think you are somebody that could pull from both sides because you do care about people. And you are less...
I'll never admit it, but people say I'm a nice enough fella. And if I could just make sure, I would have no problem eating it, like I said, talking with Joe down the street or Caleb up the block. I would be very happy to talk with them. If I can convince one person of my opinion.
I love that you're taking your fighting philosophy and applying it to politics.
It needs to be. Our politicians used to fight. Our politicians, I mean, they used to duel to the death, which I don't know if I'd go that far anymore. But
let's bring it back.
Let's not bring back dueling. I think that cost us Jefferson's kid and Burr. Let's not shoot anyone. But other than that. The idea of debating is phenomenal.
States 1777. Again,
do not make it 1776.
No, I'm just talking about a random year. And that's fine.
Okay, yeah. Yes, and absolutely. I think that's incredible. Now, so you're going to get into politics. You have a massive fight coming up. You're going to be at the MMA Awards. Tell everyone where they can find you online. Of course, we always say to do that.
Yeah, you see on my, if y'all watch me at home, I've got @SmileandSam. Talk to me at @SmileandSam. I respond to just about everyone. Much to my wife's chagrin, I respond to everyone. If you DM me, I will get back to you. And usually pretty quickly. It's exhausting, but I understand I would have no career if not for people showing an interest in me. So if I can show even the slightest bit of interest back, I'm always there.
That's funny you take that stance. I've said something similar to someone else online, and they actually wrote back to me. They said, "Well, what about what about all the other actors, people in entertainment who have the skill that put them in the spotlight, and they don't really recognize the people that look at them and give them the attention they need to stay relevant?"
Their
Yeah,
careers.
even a lot of fighters, we overlook the guy that pays the $70 for the pay per view or pays the now $15 for Paramount Plus. Without them, I would have no job. Without me bringing value to them, I would have nothing. Or without them seeing value in me, I would have nothing. And it's too many fighters I know best, but too many actors, too many anyone with that paycheck coming from people being interested in you. They don't see it as if, well, they gave it to me. They see it as I did the work, and I understand I'm doing the work, but it's they that need to have an interest in me.
Well, especially in the social media age. Back in the day, and I'm going to say this on behalf of Hollywood, we could choose who you like to watch. We can pick and choose our stars. There's a reason that movie stars are gone.
And used to live on set when they were here.
They used to live exactly. Now it's completely democratized. People love you and follow you because they love and follow you, and you have a very dedicated fan base, Sam. And that's a good thing. Your fan base is really invested, and MMA fans, more than most people, are actually very, very invested in their fighters.
Yeah.
And in they want to watch people climb, they want to watch their careers, your life. Everyone's very, very involved in a way that back in the day, when you're looking at Mike Tyson, people couldn't be. There was the issue with Oscar De La Hoya, where he came out in drag. And, from the media side, we were able to kind of cover that up. He was, in women's lingerie doing cocaine, and we could hide that. In today's day and age, the audience doesn't have to take who's pushed at them. They can take who they choose. And that's why you have such a big fan base, is because you talk to your fans.
I love them. I love them. They could spend their dollar anywhere, and that they spend their dollar or their time on me is just, I'm honored.
Do you feel like that puts any amount of excess pressure on you? Do you think you have to please or make it worth their time all the time?
No, if they hate me, that's even better, because they maybe it's not better, but if they hate me, they're gonna watch anyways. They're gonna watch me try and get knocked out. They're gonna do what they can to root against me. But slowly but surely, I can win them over. I'm just a guy like they are, or a human like they are. If it's a woman. I just want every opportunity I can to show them that I am a man of my word.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone talks to you or listens to you
and
for more than a couple of minutes and doesn't.
You're probably one of the most likable people.
Right. If they're already mad at you, the only reason I think they would be more mad at you is because they realize they're starting to like you.
Oh yeah, I can say. Well, it's the algorithm. It's love or hate, like and share. The algorithm does not care.
Yeah.
As long as it's engaging. But it's true. You are one of the most engaging people in sports. You remind me quite a lot of The Rock back in the day, except he was manufactured. And for those that don't know, this is Sam. He is one of the most genuine people you will ever meet. What you see is very much what you get. There is no facade. And in your case, this translated perfectly into social media because people in the parasocial relationship want to see who you are. And so for someone like you that doesn't, put on an artifice, it works very, very well.
Yeah, I've got, everyone has their natural talents. Mine is I just myself. And it's hard to do. Everybody thinks they need that persona. And the way I tell all my young fighters is, listen, just be yourself, but louder. And I found a way to be myself. I just get to do a little bit louder.
We've had so much time to talk about everything over the last however long I had you on the show now, years and multiple sessions. Sam, did you ever
super invested in Sam because of that? They follow his fights and stuff. I love it. And these are non-fighter people that follow the show. Just go watch Sam now, and I love it.
Do you ever look back at all this time that's passed through your whole career, through the farm, through the training, the fighting for the top of the line fighters and beyond, and just, is this what you imagined? Like, this what you thought was going to happen?
No, I had no idea. One, when I started fighting, social media wasn't a thing. Like, Facebook was around, but that was it. I didn't know there'd be any way I could ever be seen outside of, getting that microphone after a win. And so I took advantage of that microphone after I won. I never meant to be a fighter. I was a band nerd. I went to college to be a weightlifter. And that was my goal. When I started fighting and started winning and people showed an interest in me, I'm taking the reins and running with it.
All right.
I like that. That's incredible.
That's a great answer. I was ready for that.
I love that you put, but he does. You put everything into whatever you're doing. And it's funny because you've always been a staple of fighting. But since social media has become a thing, especially in the last 5 to 7 years, you've gotten huge online. And you are one of the most visible guys in martial arts and in MMA now. So you've kind of become one of the faces of the sport. And that takes away, not in a bad way, but back in the day, you know, the UFC chose who they put out, or the PFL, or whatever organization was, they chose. And what is it like for you? Because everyone chose you. This wasn't an organization picking, this is the audience coming to you.
Yeah, I just feel blessed. I feel blessed. A little hick from Waterford, Wisconsin has found a way to interact with people from around the world, people that share a passion with what I do, and I get to share it with them.
What advice would you have for people that want to be you, that want to be, you know, the next Sam Alvey?
Yeah, be yourself, but louder. Go out there, and people want to like you. Like people in general, they want to like stuff. Be yourself. Give them the opportunity to like you. And it's like I said, I know fighters better than anything, and fighters are. It's not that they're scared; they're just not willing to put in the extra work. They're not willing to go out there and show people who they are. They have their friends, they have their team, they get that win, they get that hand raised, but that they're not willing to let people really see who they are.
Yeah, I know we see it all the time. There's a lot of uncharismatic people in this industry, but it's those who can show others who they are that really thrive and get the attention and hopefully get a better, pay and opportunities than everyone else. Mm-hmm. Now, we're getting towards the end of the show, and I had one more question for you. Because we have the MMA awards coming up in less than a week, I want to know, Sam, if you were to be nominated for an award yourself, what would you pick? Can be across the board, doesn't matter, as long as it's MMA, and why?
Greatest fighter to have ever lived. I'd take that title.
I like that.
I'm not even sure what awards are being given away, but just a chance to be recognized for any part of what I've done in my career would be amazing. Just to have somebody who has a trophy saying, "Hey, here's your trophy because you've taken that extra step." That would be a lot of fun.
Well, they have a fan favorite award. Let's poke Alexis and have her put you up for it next year. I think that would be fantastic.
Put me in.
Yeah, I like that. No, but it's brilliant. You are definitely the fan favorite. And for you have fought all over the world. What is it like now when you've gotten so big and you've become so prevalent and you've kind of become the spokesman, especially online, for MMA, to become...
It's so much. Every time I'm at a Walmart, anytime I'm at a gym, anytime I'm anywhere, somebody, "Hey, I know that guy." And now it's fun because they'll say, "Hey, you've got that social media. I love your videos. I'll get that too." And I like that so much. I didn't think that was the thing that was ever going to happen. But even I'm here training at Randy Couture's gym, and I've had more people as opposed to come up to me and say, "Hey, your fights are great," or, "Hey, I love watching your videos." And I get such a kick out of that.
Do you like it better than being recognized as a professional fighter?
It's just different. I don't want to say better, but it's different because I've never experienced it really before. Now, after I fought John, I was at a gas station, and some guy who did not know I fought Rashad Evans or beat Rashad Evans, did not know his name, said, hey, you're that guy that fought that John guy online, right? That was you. And I was like, yes, it was. Oh my goodness, you saw that? And it was a special moment for me.
So he knew you for your YouTube, not for being one of the most prolific fighters in the UFC.
Yeah, yes. And it's not that it's better or worse. It's just, it's different. I didn't expect it to ever be the case.
I love that.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, is there anything else you'd like to add or say to the adoring fans and the masses that have come to watch you and hear what you have to say?
Well, I want to say, make sure you watch his fight in July, because I know our audience goes and follows him.
Yeah. Well, if any of you want to fight me, just make a video and I'll play with you.
Perfect. I like that. Yeah, great. He's going to get a bunch.
Words.
He's going to get a bunch of people writing in. Guys, seriously, don't fight Sam.
I said that if you want to get fucked up, I will happily oblige.
Yeah, Sam's like, I will happily beat you to death. It's fine. What happened? Sam ripped off my arm and beat me to death with it. It's fine.
Do you normally come to them, or do you make them come to you? How does this work out?
No, that anyone ever showed up surprises me. So I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm not going to fly to them because I don't think they're going to show up. But I'll set it up on my end, and we'll give you a good time while you're here.
Who is the one?
Yeah. And if you win, if you last 2 rounds, you don't have to win them, but if you last 2 rounds, I'll buy you some chilies.
Oh, I like that.
Just be athletic and run away the whole time.
I like that. Just one. Now, if you could fight one person in the whole world, who would it be?
I always wanted to fight Michael Bisping. I like Michael Bisping. Good commentators, an excellent fighter. I just always liked that fight. I know he's retired and nothing will ever happen, but it was always a fight I would have accepted on no time's notice.
Hey, Sam, never say never. You might see him at the MMA Awards.
Yeah, that's true. He goes every year.
He better keep his hands up.
Perfect.
Not quite what I thought, but yeah, okay, fair enough.
I like that. Just go in from the side where you can't see right. You'll be fine. Sam, thank you so much for coming on the show. Guys, make sure you're following Smilin' Sam Alvey. And remember, that is smiling with an N. I got a lot of abuse last time because you guys went for ING. It is N.
Smilin'
Sam.
Smilin'.
And I don't want to get yelled at again.
Smile and Sam.
Smilin' Sam Alvey. You guys will see him at the MMA Awards next week. We're going to be there. You'll be there. Go watch the MMA Awards and watch his fight in July. We will put up a link.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it. I'm out here training my butt off, and I can't wait to get back in that pit.
What's your fight weight at for the fight? What do you have to be at?
205 is what I need to weigh. So I'm about 227 now. I got 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. It'll be an easy cut.
Perfect.
Excellent.
You look amazing. Sam, thank you so much for coming off, and we'll see you Wednesday.
All right, we'll see you Wednesday. Have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I am the plague bearer of Nurgle, and we are on with my co-host, Snuggly Pants Cuddle Pie. You don't get to be the baddest bear in anything. We had Sam on the show.
Who is my Warhammer? Who do I resonate the most with at this point? God, I don't know. The Tyrannid Hive Mind, your buddy Bear.
So come join his hive mind, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
This has been Behind the Scenes with the Baroness and Bear Fiorda.